Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So look at this, guys. Now the CPU threshold on that server, it's hardly 10%. So we are back to machine 1. And why is it 1? Because minimum I have asked it to be 1. If I would have kept it as 2, minimum 2, then no matter what the threshold is, even if it is 0%, it would have stopped on 2 machines. But now it is 1, hence it deleted every machine except 1 machine. Yes, guys. So any doubt do you have here? Any questions on this topic? We are done with virtual machine scale set. Anyone has any doubt? Any questions? Please do ask. Very important topic. They will definitely ask in the interview. Make sure that you understand it well. The key points I have already given it to you, that what you need to focus on, you need to focus on the theory part of scale set and scale in. And you need to understand that how do you achieve the similar image of virtual machine. So there are 2 methods. One is you can create an image and you can start creating your virtual machine scale set using that image. Or second is, while creating virtual machine scale set, you can go to advanced and have your applications and file, etc., everything over there, some script you can run. So all the questions on virtual machine scale set will be around this. So if you have any questions related to this, please feel free to ask.
सोहेल, आपने जो आईपी एड्रेस बताया था चेक करने के लिए, तो उसका जो इंटरफेस है वो पहले से इनबिल्ट आपने बना के रखा है या फिर वो मतलब कि ऑटो बिल्ड आया है वहां पे?
No, you have to build everything. You have to build everything. You will not get anything. What interface was as in? What exactly are you talking about?
आप वो वेबसाइट पे जाओ जहाँ पे आपने बोला था ना हमको वेबसाइट चेक करने के लिए आईपी एड्रेस है.
Yes.
हाँ, उसको आप कॉपी करो और उसके ऊपर जो वो वेब ये दिख रहा है ना, पेज दिख रहा है जहाँ पे सर्विसेज लिखे.
That I have created.
अच्छा, आपने बनाया वो?
Yes. The website are you talking about, or are you talking about Azure portal? What do you mean?
नहीं, ये जो 20.51.1 ये वाला जो आईपी पब्लिक आईपी एड्रेस आपने बोला था ना कॉपी करके चेक करने के लिए.
So what is the question about it? That who put this IP address? Is that the question?
No. I am asking that the public IP address where you have asked us to check, okay? So the page, okay, the GUI, okay? I just wanted to know who has created. You has created that?
You mean this website?
Correct?
Yeah, this is my website. I have created this, and your application owner will give you this website. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to create it.
So we don't have to. Acha, okay.
And if your question is who put this IP address here, then I'm sure you know it by now that while creating a virtual machine, who puts the IP address? Yes, the same method. Like you guys put IP address for virtual machine. For virtual machine scale set also, you guys will put the IP address. Which IP address? They will tell you. Don't worry about it. Talking about the page and application, you don't have to worry. This is application owner, application team's work. You don't have to do anything about it. Yes, Joseph, you were asking some question, or who was that?
Yes, yes, Soil. We can run this at a defined schedule. So
that got
I did not see that option.
Good, you reminded. Anyone else, guys? Any other question? No, that's very simple. I'll quickly show it to you. Let me see if any other questions are there.
So Sohail, we haven't done the networking part, but just curious, like whenever for now, whenever it will create a new machine, it will generate new public IP, right?
We'll cover that in networking part. Don't worry. In production environment, no machine will be on public IP unless it is a requirement of the application. First, let's cover this one, what Joseph has asked, then we'll address Mustakim's question. So what Joseph has asked, that if you want to create a virtual machine scale set time bound, then what will you do? So either while creating or once it has been created. So here it is metrics based, right? What it is saying that it is a metrics based, that if the CPU utilization goes this much, then a new CPU, a new machine should be there. The scaling policy, everything, whatever it is there, it is metrics based. It should be, by the way, this in run history, you can see how many machines were created, how many machines were down, etc. You can check everything here. Okay, but what Joseph's question here is, like we discussed yesterday, if my application is like it's like IRCTC, where I know that every day 10 to 12 p.m. I will have traffic, so I don't have to wait for this. Even if there's no traffic, I want to have some extra machines. So how do we achieve that? Right? How do we do that? So that one you can do by going to here, add scale condition. You can remove the metrics, right? You can remove the metrics, scale to a specific instance count, that's fine. And after that, you can add this one. Here you have option add scale condition, and here you will put a condition. What should be your uh, what should be your initial instance at the time of creation? What should be the initial instance? I'm saying, okay, initially I should have 3 machines. Then specify a date and time. So I'm saying that on a particular day, let's say I'm deploying this one today, and I want on 26th of or 27th, day after tomorrow, from 27th to 28th. On this one, I should have n number of machines. Let's say 5 machines. So if I start it from here, if you're getting confused, we can create it from scratch. And if you are able to understand it here, okay, let me show it to you both way. I hope we get it here. No, I don't see that
Is it
option here.
predictive auto scaling?
No, predictive is something different. Didn't cover it because it's not that important. Predictive is something, well, it will without even having the traffic, uh, it will start analyzing the pattern that, for example, every Thursday the traffic gets it gets increased, and then you are deploying 2 machines, it gets 2 machines are being deployed. That is a prediction, and it predicts you that should I do this. So don't get into that. इस तरह से अगर हम हर options में जाने लग जाएंगे ना, तो course कभी नहीं खत्म होने वाला है. And you understand one thing,
Okay.
your interviewer will have half an hour, maximum 1 hour, and that person it's not spending his whole 60 minutes on one topic, virtual machine skill set. That is not happening. If I have to interview you guys uh, completely on virtual machine skill set, what this option is, what is this, what do you mean by this, then I will require 2 hours. So no interviewer is going to do that. And always remember the what we are doing in this course. This is a job oriented, interview oriented sessions we are doing, right? So we will be focusing only on things which are important enough for interview. Once you are in, once you get the job, even if you don't understand something, it's okay. You will read it, you will watch some videos, you can approach me, you will have your seniors over there. It won't be a big deal for you. So don't think that you will learn everything here and then start giving interviews. That is never going to happen, because learning everything here, it's going to take 1 year for you, and by the time you learn this, you'll forget this. So that should not be the case. So we are focusing on important things which will be good for you in your interview. You clear the interview, get the job, and rest I'm sure you guys will manage. So here the instant count, what does it say? The desired capacity on this one, on this particular date, how many do you want? So here if I create this, I will have initially 2 instance count are 2, and on this particular date it will be 5 or whatever number I say, 9. Okay, do not confuse with that maximum number. Now here there is no such thing maximum etc. Whatever you're putting here, it's only one condition, that 27th of September in this particular time zone UTC at midnight, I should have 9 servers total. So I have 2 existing running, 7 more servers will be uh, deployed, and they will be decreased automatically on 28th of September at this time. That's it you have to do, and you just click on save. This is one day. This is one time. If you're talking about you want to repeat it, then it's here. You just repeat it. Now, when do you want? Do you want it on every Monday? Do you want it Tuesday? For an app like IRCTC, they want it on all 7 days. Fine, 7 days, it's okay. When do you want it? What exactly are you looking for? So I'm looking for IST. What am I saying? That 10 o'clock my traffic gets started. So do you think I should keep 10 here? Exact 10?
No.
Right,
No.
I'll
Half
keep
an hour
some breathing
before.
space, right? 9:30 I'll say, or maybe 9 o'clock. And I know the traffic gets decrease by 12 o'clock, but I won't go ahead and be very specific with that. So I'll put 1230 or maybe 1300 hours, whatever it is. So if I do this, my application will run on 2 instances, so I can have it on one also. Let's say with this Tsoft, it will run on one instance, one server throughout the day, except for this time. And this particular time every day from Monday to Saturday, or let's say that I'm saying IRCTC doesn't work on Saturday, Sunday, though that is not the case. Just giving you an example. So from Monday to Friday, every day morning 9:30 a.m. IST to 12:30 a.m. I will have 9 servers, and I'll pay for 9 servers only for that particular time. At 12:30, all of the remaining those servers will get decreased, and you will end up paying only for one. So this is how you are handling your traffic. This is how you are handling your application smartly. If this was an on-prem, the legacy system, you will have to buy at least 7 servers and keep them up and running. So you don't want to take any hit on this particular time. So is that clear, guys? Virtual machine scale set.
Yes, Sohail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Addressing Mustaqim's question that every time a new server is being created, will it have public IP address? So yes, if your application requires a public IP address, it will have. If you have while creating this, while doing this setup, if you have said or if you have mentioned under networking that you want a public address, then it will have a public address. Otherwise, it will have one private address. But my question to you guys is, let's say that because you guys did not ask this question, my question to you is, let me open a page and explain this scenario. And I'm explaining the question to you. Understand, guys, this is the time to ask question on questions, understand the questions, because your interviewer is not going to open a paint for you and explain the question. So understand the questions properly, so you'll be able to relate it when it comes to your interview. Now, what did I do? Using virtual machine scale set, what did I do? I achieved this, that I can have multiple servers for one application. I can have multiple servers for one application, and that too based on either schedule or based on the demand. This has been achieved till now. We also saw how to do this, how to make sure that all servers have same data, right? We are clear till now, till that point. Yes, guys, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now my question is, every server will have, irrespective of public or private, it doesn't matter. Question applies to both. If my server, every time my new server is being created and it has a new IP, be it public or private, I don't mind, be it public or private. So how my users are going to use it? I don't even know which IP is going to assign to which server. My 10,000 users now. Guys, can you see my screen? Sorry, there was a glitch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just give me a minute, got stuck. Trying to end it. Let me end this task. Okay, got the access here. So I was saying that my 10,000 users are connecting to one particular IP, which I've shared with them. Now it's okay. I'm happy that new servers are being created, but how am I supposed to share these IPs to all of my new users? What is the solution to this? Who can answer?
Load balance. Load balancer.
Load balancer.
Yes. So now you understand. I told you on day one that Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set, Azure Availability Set, or Azure this one availability set or regions, which we looked at. All these three, we can learn them in isolation, but are they useful if we use them in isolation? They are not. We need to learn them with consolidation of Azure load balancer. Even if it is Azure virtual machine scale set, availability set, or availability zone, method is same. You are having multiple machines. In availability zone, you are doing them at the beginning. At availability zone में क्या हो रहा है, आपने पहले ही बना दिए, and there you are targeting कि कोई region level का disaster होगा, कोई area level का disaster होगा, that I'm trying to approach. You have copied the data, you have done everything at the beginning. You did in availability set also, you did that at the beginning itself. You had 4 machines or 10 machines, whatever you had your calculation, you have those machines, it's fine. In virtual machine scale set, you're doing the same thing, but based on traffic or based on schedule. However, ultimate question is same. If I have multiple machines, how my users are supposed to use them. I'm not going to give them IP address every time. So the answer, as you guys correctly said, it's your load balancer. And we have discussed about load balancer. Our topic, it's not over. We are yet to discuss a load balancer. We'll do that after networking because it has a lot of networking. Without networking, you will not understand load balancer. So we'll take the load balancer later once we are done with our networking sessions. But did you understand the concept? What will I do? I will put a load balancer in front of it. So now I don't even require, even if my application it's in a need of public IP, I don't require public IP in all of these. I can have the basic IP here and I can have a public single IP on load balancer. If you guys remember, I represented the load balancer something like this. Right? It will take all of your traffic and it will give you one point of connectivity, and your users are being connected here. All your users are being connected here. And the distribution of this, that which server is on, which server is up, which has been deleted, which is working fine, the load balancer will do that. All your users will get connected to this one from everywhere. They are not worried कि backend में कौन सा server चल रहा है, कौन सा नहीं चल रहा है, किस पे load है. They don't have to do anything with that. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
And if you guys notice, while creating this virtual machine scale set under networking section, by default it selects load balancer, and I told you to select none as of now because we are not completed with this. So while creating it, if you create a load balancer, if I create a load balancer and I create and review, I'll have to create a load balancer. For that I don't have any load balancer, so I will have to create one load balancer. And if I do a create and review, so I'll get all these machines and a public IP of my load balancer, which I will share. Now like I gave you multiple IP addresses to check, right? Because I wanted you to see that all servers are working fine and all servers have the same. This was just our testing. Hence I gave you multiple IP addresses that check this, check that. But if you are my customer, I would give you only one IP address, the load balancer's IP address. And this can be either public or private. This I explained in 3-tier application, if you guys remember.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it could be application also. Understand, guys, when I say application, it's not always a public application. Take your own examples. You people are working with Compicom, TCS, Wipro. You guys have your internal applications to apply leave, to download your salary slip, to fill in your appraisal form, to maybe upload some document, to check the intranet, to check someone's email. You have those websites and applications. Those are also applications, and they also at the backend use all these services. So it's not necessary to have public IP every time. जो application within the company चलने वाला है, company में ही hosted है, then don't require any public IP. But yes, if there is application which runs for public like Facebook, Instagram, they require public IP. But the method will be same. You use public, you use private, method will be same. Yes, guys. Any questions anyone has? Is it clear to you? Anyone did not understand anything? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe understood, not
Yeah.
understood.
It's clear.
To everyone?
Understood.
Okay. Very important topic, guys. Okay, do not take it lightly. पक्का पूछा जाएगा interview में. So let me close it then. If this is clear to you,
तो
what we will
जैसे
do?
सोहेल आपने बताया
Yes.
कि अगर कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो कि इंटरनल एप्लीकेशंस यूज करती है उनके एम्प्लॉयज के लिए, तो वो ऑन प्रेम होगा या फिर क्लाउड पे होगा?
It's up to them. We are learning cloud.
जो
Why
भी उन
would we
लोग
bother?
डिसीजन.
Why would we bother about on-prem? We are talking about cloud.
अच्छा.
If it is on cloud, then only we are talking about it.
हम्म.
Cloud on-prem will also have this kind of solution, but they're complex. They are. Can you have, when you say on-prem, can you have availability set in, or can you have virtual machine scale set in on-prem? On-prem as in
No.
literally physical servers होते हैं वहाँ पे. You cannot expect that
server
someone
hosts
goes
होते
and connect as soon as traffic is increasing. Someone will go with 10 servers in their hands. इतने heavy servers, they will put it in rack. That itself will take a week for them to do that. So on-prem pay, this is not possible. So we are discussing cloud, we'll stick to cloud. Then this is a purely cloud concept. And virtual machine scale set, specifically it is Azure cloud concept. It is not there in AWS, it is not there in GCP. They do have similar service. I'm not saying they don't have. Load balancing, high availability, they have. But virtual machine scale set, this term I'm talking about, this is with Azure. But we are focusing on Azure, so we'll stick to that. As of now, learn one cloud. About other clouds, you will get it automatically once you know one cloud very well, and once you are good with that, you do the practice. It won't be a bit it won't be a big task for you to learn another cloud. It could be AWS or GCP, anything. Though the GCP is it's a little bit tougher compared to AWS, but still you will understand the concept here. It's all about concept. So this virtual machine skill set, it's a specific term of Azure. So here we conclude our virtual machine skill set topic. I will definitely give you homework. Before that, let's go ahead and check the status on our subscription, etc. So I asked few of you to create this. Zareen has created one. She shared the details. One quick feedback here, Zareen, instead of sharing this on Notepad, make sure you copy and paste here. It's very difficult for people to go ahead and read and type it, and they will make a number of mistakes while doing this. Typing, they will read it from Notepad and type it to their portal. So it's better that you copy paste here. So I've done that for you guys. Whoever is here, feel free. Mustaqim, I think your ID is not there. I'll create it right away. Zoeb, your ID is not there. I'll create it right away. Rest of you, feel free to log in, check your resource group, etc. While we have some time here, before I start a new topic, I'll cover one quick thing, which I'm not sure, I think we missed at the time of Azure Active Directory. So I will cover that right now. So let's say this is Zareen's subscription. I have asked her to create multiple users and create their resource groups. So she has created the resource groups, etc. Everything. Let me log into her subscription using my ID. That one's someone else's ID. Meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions related to anything, please do ask. Next session, as in the third session, we'll start some new topic. And after this, guys, we are going to start. I was thinking to start storage, but even storage has a lot of networking. So it's better that we start networking. I was keeping networking for last segment, but it's difficult to understand storage and difficult to understand other things before you understand networking. But networking is something, if you guys remember, to each one of you, I spoke to you personally, that I'm not going to cover networking in detail, because networking itself, it's a vast topic. I will make you understand the networking of Azure, but I am not, you can't expect me to teach you on what is public IP, what is private IP, what are the basics of it, because it will take a lot of time. So I can share some videos with you, YouTube videos. I'll share some articles. Make sure you read them, you understand them well, because until you understand the basics of networking, you will not understand networking in Azure. What is VNet? What is subnet? How they communicate? Can public IP communicate with private IP? What are the classes of IP? I am expecting you guys to know this at least, and this I made very clear at the beginning itself. So I'll share some videos with you guys, or you can search any video if you want. Networking basics, whatever you want, feel free to search and do that. And if you do not want that, I have my own videos also. If you want, if you go to my channel, and let me bring it up for you here. And this is free, you do not even require any subscription and anything for this. So if you go here, this I have done once only for my first batch. We covered networking, hence I'm not doing here. So these are the networking topics. I've created a dedicated playlist for it. You go to my channel, go to playlist, go to Azure networking topics. Don't go ahead and watch the Azure networking stuff. It's okay, that I will cover with you guys. But if you want, you can go ahead and cover check this one also. But this isn't very professional. This we were just doing some classes with my friends, so I've already put a disclaimer here. It's not that good video to watch. But networking sessions, I'll tell you from where to watch. Okay, this one. Classes, IP classes, ABC. NIC and NSC I'm gonna cover. VNet I will cover. Okay, I will amend this playlist a little bit to make it easier for you. I will remove all unnecessary things, but I'm sure all these videos also have something related to networking. That is the reason I've kept it. But make sure you read about it, that how the networking works, not in Azure, in general. What is network, how the networking works, what are the classes of IP address, what is private IP address, what is public IP address. If you guys are able to do it next week, then we will start networking. If you want an extra time, let me know. Read it, but before you guys complete your prerequisite on networking, it doesn't make any sense that I start networking topics. Trust me, you will not understand anything. And networking, it's a backbone, it's a core of Azure. Unless you understand networking, you will not understand anything. Everything whatever we are doing here, it's based on networking. It's running at the back end. As of now, I'm not talking about them. This load balancer, these machines and everything, it has networking in it somewhere, and we have to learn that. So I'm requesting you guys to please go ahead and watch these videos or any other videos, whichever video you like, but make sure you clear your concept of networking. And I'm not asking you to be a network engineer or network architect, just the basics. I hope you guys can do that much. Just the basics, like what are the IP addresses, what is public IP, what is private IP, can we have unlimited public IP, can we have unlimited private IP, can public IP communicate with private IP, if yes, how, if you are using a set of public IP, can I use the same set of public IP? If you are using a set of private IP in your company, can I use the same set of private IP in my company? These are the very basic questions, hardly 10 or 12 questions, and you have whole week cover that. So next week we are going to start networking. And after that, I'll go ahead with storage, load balancer, and then we'll go for migration. But before we do that, we'll have to understand networking. We cannot skip networking. Okay, so here I am in Zareen's subscription. We asked her to create multiple users, which she created. By the way, there are two changes. Look at this. I told you there are many changes in in Azure. They keep on changing something. So Microsoft Azure Active Directory, which we used to have, now it is called Microsoft Entra ID. So you don't have to worry about it, how we created users, etc. In the first session, we saw that same thing you have to do. But instead of searching Azure Active Directory, now search for Microsoft Entra ID. This is what you have to search for. Now I asked her to create users. She created all these users. Let me see if she created for Mustaqim. If not, I will create it. Well, you guys will also remember something, how to create user, etc. So I'm creating two users here, one for Zoeb and one for Mustaqim. But before that, let me show one thing. What did I tell her, to Zareen, or to all of you, whoever is creating the subscription? What did I tell you guys? That all these users should have access on subscription level, a reader access. So how do you achieve that? Can someone answer? What do you do by as of now? I'm asking all of these users should have reader access on the subscription level. How do you do that?
Giving RBAC rules on subscription.
Steps. I'm looking for steps. I'm there on my screen. Tell me the steps.
Go to the subscription service.
Subscription. Okay. Next.
Select the subscription.
Selected subscription. Next.
In the left plate, you will see access control, that is IAM.
Clicked.
Role assignments.
Okay.
Add.
Or you can add it
Add,
from there
yes.
also.
Add role assignment. Fine. Next.
Then you will see privilege administrator role, or you can go for the
I'm
just
looking for
machine role
reader.
as well.
I'm looking for reader,
Yeah.
so I'm okay. If you want
Just
to give
click on that.
owner access, then you'll go to privilege. I'm looking for
Yeah.
reader. I'm happy. Reader access. Next.
Then next.
Okay.
Then you have to select members.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's all. That's all I needed. Now here, guys. Now look at this. I asked Zareen to create multiple users. It's hardly 7 or 10 or maybe 11. Maybe now here she can go and select one by one. It's okay. But now imagine you have thousands of users, and every day you get 1 or 2 users, they are getting added. So do you think this is a good idea to keep on doing this? No. So what do we have? We have Azure security groups. Do not get confused between resource group. It has nothing to do with resource group. I'm just talking about a security group. So what I can do here is I can create a new security group in Azure Active Directory, or it's called Entra ID now. So I can create a group. I can give any name to this group. I'm creating a new group. It is a security group. We are not discussing 365 at all. Name of the group. I'm saying कि किसके लिए बना रहा हूं मैं ग्रुप. So all should have subscription level पे जिसका भी reader access होगा ना उनके लिए मैं ग्रुप बना रहा हूं. So I'm naming it something like this. I can write description also that put all users in this group who are looking for reader access on Zarin's subscription. Okay, I just did it. I am selecting an owner here. I need some owner who can add or remove or do something. Let's say in this case I select myself, owner, and I'm creating. I've not added any members as of now. You can add members from here also, or we can add after creating also. I'll add few members, let's say. I added 4 members here. The group is created. Now, just because I have shared a name like this, that subscription reader, and I have added these members, do you think all these members will have subscription reader level access on subscription directly, or do I have to do anything else here?
No, I think so. You would have to add that group into the, or give
Yes.
the reader access to that specific group.
So now here, instead of assigning it to multiple users, what will I do? I will select for that group. Here it is. Can you see? And I'm adding that group and review and assign. Now all the members who are part of that group, they will by default become reader on that subscription. So next time, whenever I create a user, now for example, whenever I create a user, I don't have to go ahead and give that particular user manual access on the subscription. What will I do? Let's say now I'm creating a user. If I'm creating a user for Zoeb, I've pasted your password in the Excel file, Zoeb, if you are there in the session.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. You can add from here also. Look at this. I've added this, or you can later you can go to that group and add. So you can do both things and just create it. Now I don't have to do anything extra. Now Zoeb will automatically have access on that subscription level as a reader, because that is what I did in my security group, the one which I created. That's and now if I let me create another user. So anytime you create a user, you simply have to add that user to that particular resource group, and you will have your user will have all the accesses he wants, because you have already given the access level on that resource on that security group. Okay. And same thing, if you want to remove someone's access, you don't want to remove that user, just remove the access. So instead of going ahead to that subscription and removing everything, you simply remove that user from that group and the access is gone. That's all. So what did we learn here? That instead of doing this on individual users, you can do these tasks on a group and add or remove the users from that group. Is it clear to everyone?
Hmm.
Yes.
you can utilize this one. Though there are many options like dynamic membership have not been updated. System delays. Okay, dynamic group is also there. We are not learning that. This is 2D for Active Directory. No one will ask you because AD roles are different, AD engineers are different. But just to let you know, इसमें भी आपको काम बचाना हो, so you can create dynamic groups. These are standard groups. You can create dynamic groups also. Dynamic groups क्या होता है, वो automatic users को add कर लेते हैं. You don't even have to do it. आपको बस कुछ criteria रखना होता है. For example, while creating a new user, I'm not showing you to the dynamic group कैसे बनता है. We are not going there. But I'm just telling you कि किस तरह से उसका ये होगा. How does it work? So in dynamic group, I can put a condition that every user while creating, if I put a department as cloud admin, it should automatically get added to that group, and via that group he should automatically get all those accesses. Simple. It is as simple as that. Understood, guys? Yes, no, maybe any doubt, confusion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sohail.
Yes.
You don't have to do this, don't worry. Yes, in your subscription, people who are creating as of now, I think Ramesh, you are yet to assign access to people. You can try this if you want. It will be a good practice. The next one, Nirmal, you are supposed to create a subscription and assign people accesses. You
Yeah.
can try this method once.
Yeah,
Before
I
you
will do.
create users, create a group, assign the
I'll create a group.
on the subscription level, assign reader access to that group, and then add all those users to this group, and you will see they will automatically have access, and it will be a good practice for you.
Yeah,
Rest
yeah.
of you don't have to practice. Don't worry, AD के questions ज़्यादा नहीं आने वाले. We are not showing your profile as an AD profile. Okay, so now here Zoeb and Mustaqim, you guys have reader access on resource group, but on subscription, but we are yet to create your resource group and assign you owner access so you can work. We'll do that maybe after this session. I'll do that, or Zareen, if you can do that, just let us know if once you do that. So 1 minute is left, guys. Do you have any questions on this?
No, sir.
No.
Which one is cost effective? Availability zone, availability set, or VMSS?
Availability zone, availability set, and VMSS. VMSS is cost effective, definitely. Why? Because in availability set, you are creating machines already, 10 machines. You're paying from day one. Availability set, it's creating on demand. So VMSS,
Yes, sir.
it's cost effective. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Achha.
I have to just restart Zoom so I don't get that glitch again. See you at 15:45. No, sorry,
Yeah.
15:35. 15:35 in 10 minutes from now. Same link.